What is up, everyone? My name is Ryan and I live in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, but right now I'm in Siem Reap, one of the biggest and most livable cities in all of Cambodia. I have actually lived in Phnom Penh for about 4.5 years with my wife, who's a teacher, and we've had the discussion over and over again, where are we going to end up when she's ready to retire? And Siem Reap seems like a great option because of the tourism industry here. It has a lot of Western amenities, a lot of Western restaurants, cafes, cool things like that. Plus you also get the Asian side of it, so it's a really fun place to live and very affordable as well. So today I'm going to talk to some people who live here. I'm going to go and see an apartment, get an idea of how much rent will cost here. We'll go to a restaurant, we'll have a bite to eat. We'll figure it all out. Is Siem Reap a good place for somebody who's looking to possibly retire early or just retire in a place where their dollar's going to go further? So this area I'm in is called Wat Bo. It's named after this. This is Wat Bo, and a Wat is like a temple in Cambodia. It's like a Buddhist temple. And it's actually really busy right now because it's a holiday here. It's a holiday called Chomben, and people are visiting the temple to celebrate the holiday. I think we can get through to the street that we need to through the temple here, but it is a little muddy right now. We just had a really heavy rainfall. So one thing you should know about living in Cambodia is you have two seasons. You have the hot season and then the wet season. And during the wet season, you'll get like a heavy rainfall, maybe once a day, maybe less, and it'll be pretty like violent downpour, but it doesn't last long usually. I really don't mind the wet season. I think it's kind of beautiful because everything grows, everything gets really green. Like this is in the Wat. It's just like a garden that the monks maintain, and it's just so many beautiful plants here. As for the hot season, it gets hot. It gets really hot, and that's why we have air conditioners, I guess. Expats seem to love living in this Wat Bo area, and I think it's because there's a lot of renovated apartments here. You're also close to the action, maybe a 10-minute, could be as little as a 5-minute walk to Pub Street, to the old market, to the river, basically the heart of Siem Reap. One of the reasons Siem Reap is so livable for expats, especially coming from the West, from anywhere in the world really, it's because Angkor Wat is here. Angkor Wat is the largest religious structure in the entire world. Beautiful, beautiful old temples that were built like in the 1600s, and it's just a really cool feature to have in your city that you're living in. And the great thing is, if you've lived in Cambodia for 2 years, you can prove it with your visa, then you get a free pass to Angkor Wat and the entire Angkor facility. So you can just, let's go for a drive up there. You could ride a bicycle up there, have a picnic, and just surround yourself with the beauty of Angkor Wat. One of the most beautiful things I've actually visited on this entire planet. So it's really cool to have that, and it's all free if you've been here for 2 years. Okay, I think this is the apartment I'm coming to see. It looks like a really nice building. This nice little common area. Okay, come on. And here's the apartment. Oh, hello. Wow. This is really beautiful. Nice wood. Got the TV, so all the apartments furnished. Well, not every single apartment, but usually an apartment that you rent in Cambodia is furnished. Got a nice balcony out here. This bathroom. Got the shower, Western toilet. Oh, nice. Clawfoot tub. And the bedroom. Nice big bed. A TV in here. And we got a cupboard or closet space. So this one is $600 per month. $600 if you sign a minimum of a 6-month lease, which is, it's more than you're gonna pay at most places in Siem Reap, but it's a better quality, so you get what you pay for. Let's go see the 2-bedroom. Very similar layout, except we got an extra room over here. This is the 2nd bedroom, which is actually bigger than the other bedroom. Beautiful bed. And this is really high quality. And big cupboard here. It's a second balcony? Oh, yeah. Small second balcony, just an AC unit out there. Probably won't sit out there, but big shower, Western toilet, sink, and another clawfoot tub. Shower, just the shower on this one. Okay, so 2 showers, 1 bath, 2 toilets, 2 bedrooms, and both bedrooms are really good. Got TV in both, nice bed. Yeah, looks good. So this one, 2 bedroom it's $850 US a month if you sign a minimum of a 6-month lease. And I know they have a pool here. Let's go see if we can have a look at the pool. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Yeah, lounges to sit. It's nice. There's a gym in here as well. So all this is included in the rent. Now I must confess to you guys that normally I would not have walked to see that apartment. It's just so hot here in Cambodia. It's the middle of the day. It's not a time to be walking around. So normally I would order a tuk-tuk to do that. It's about a 15-minute walk, and here's my ride. He's arrived. So instead of walking for 15 minutes, I put in my destination into an app, and a tuk-tuk arrives for me. So this ride is going to cost me about 75 cents. So a 15-minute walk in the middle of the day versus a 75-cent ride in a tuk-tuk. It's up to you guys, of course, but it's fast, it's convenient, and it's a pretty cheap option. So right now we're going to head over to my friend Sean's house, and Sean is a Canadian who lives here in Siem Reap. He's going to show us his apartment, and we'll talk a little bit about what it's like to live here. And first of all, how much do you pay?
$250 plus electricity.
Crazy.
And it's downtown Siem Reap, so not too far from the riverfront.
Great location, really.
Perfect, yeah. Everybody judges everything here based on Pub Street, so it's a 4-minute walk to Pub Street. They designed this for Western people in mind. It came with the rice cooker and pots and pans and plates and things. The furniture's all theirs.
Yeah.
The electronic equipment was mine, but everything else was there. And I like that they have like the breakfast nook area, so they have the bar stools that were here. Yeah, nice size room, big huge TV. That was included. Nice big balcony. Also, you don't have dryers. On a sunny day, half an hour to an hour and it's done.
Yeah.
Just having a cup of coffee at night or something outside and having a beer, or just sitting outside having some tunes, it's nice. Washing machine, bathroom. You get paid for electricity here. And I pay $50 for a month. Yeah, and this is the bedroom. Big, huge king size bed. That's it.
Cool. $250 a month. It's everything you need.
That's all I need.
Yeah. How long have you been in Cambodia?
1.5 years so far. So.
How's living in Siem Reap?
Oh, I love it here. Yeah, I've lived in big cities. I lived in Toronto, Montreal, and Miami and stuff. So I'm used to big cities, but when I came here, just the quiet of Siem Reap. You can still have a nightlife. There's still things happening. If you want to go out and party, it's always here. But you know, if you want to get away from it, it's just as easy. One
of the biggest appeals of living here is the cost of living. Approximately how much do you think you can live here for in a month?
I do about $500 to $600 a month. I eat in fairly frequently, but I also eat local. So there's a bunch of restaurants that are nearby that I can go and have like breakfast or dinner. It's like $1, $1.50. Grocery shopping, probably about $20 a week, but I buy local stuff. I don't buy any Western stuff. And I go to movies all the time. You can get $1 movies or you can get $2.50. If you're on the weekend, it's $3.50. You can get draft beer on the streets for 50 cents, 75 cents, can of beer for $1, cocktails $1.50, $2. Coffee is like 75 cents to $1.50 most places. But yeah, cost of living here is not expensive.
We're just headed to the Royal Sports Club Siem Reap, and we're gonna play some tennis this morning. Yeah, right here, Bong. Yeah. That's paddle court. Nice tennis court, good surface. We got another paddle over here. We got table tennis and pickleball. Nice pickleball court. And basketball too. Lots of facilities here. This gym's really nice. Top notch. Look at these treadmills. Sorry, I'm just making a little video.
Okay.
Tennis $10 per person?
For hour.
For hour for the whole court or per person?
For the whole court.
Okay.
Yeah.
And pickleball $10 for the whole court?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
After 4 p.m. is $20
Hi.
an hour.
$5 each for court, $2.50 each if you have 4 people. $2.50 for pickleball for an hour is not so bad. After a bit of exercise, we cleaned up and headed out for lunch. There are a lot of food options in Siem Reap. We ate authentic Chinese food one day. Sarah got a braised pork and rice, and I got some Hunan noodles. An incredible meal for just $3.75. There are a lot of healthy options out there, like this mango and avocado salad, or grab some fried noodles for just $2.75. We even skipped the hotel breakfast one day to get a couple of freshly made waffles with scrambled eggs, and that cost just $3.75, and it included a coffee. I guess because Cambodia was once colonized by the French, there's a lot of good French food in the country, including Paris Bakery, which sort of acts as a deli and a bakery in Siem Reap. They make amazing sandwiches, quiche, and you can even buy fresh pasta there. But since it was Sunday, we decided to get a Sunday roast lamb dinner available at a place called VLT, which is one of the only places you can still get a big breakfast for $5. Thank you very much. Look at that, all that $8, not bad at all. And later that night, we met up with a couple of friends. Yeah, these are my friends Jeremy and Claire, and they live here in Siem Reap. You've lived here for how long?
Around 5 years.
5 years.
Cambodia 5 years. Siem Reap, I'd say just under 4.
Just under 4, that's pretty good. So they know a lot about Siem Reap, so we're going to talk to them now. Oh, and also they have a YouTube channel called For Real, and you can go and subscribe to that. Why is Siem Reap a good place to live for an expat?
I think cost of living is always a big factor for anyone moving overseas. Also the restaurants. So we can get anywhere from our house to a restaurant in the city or even around there for $2 or within 10 minutes of riding a motorbike.
So you guys have lived in Siem Reap, Phnom Penh for how long?
6 months?
6 months. Kampot for
6 months.
6 months.
Cap.
1 month.
1 month.
Yeah, we lived in Kampot for a time, and we just found that things like the absence of a really decent supermarket impacts your quality of life more than you would imagine that it would.
Yeah.
I think Siem Reap's a good balance between the smaller places like Kep and Kampot and the bigger places like Phnom Penh. It's nowhere near as busy as Phnom Penh, and it's just so much easier to get around and to live. Plus we have the temples close by.
Yeah.
What about the expat scene? What are the people like?
There's a bit of a range of people actually, and that's probably different again to Phnom Penh, because I think most expats that live in Phnom Penh are there because they're working. You'll find a lot more retirees up here, a lot of people teaching English. There aren't so many true international schools, so teaching outside of English is not as common as what it might be in Phnom Penh. There's a lot of people working in not-for-profits and NGOs here. So there's a good mix. There's a good mix of women and men as well. Like a lot of women are concerned about coming to retire in a place like Cambodia because of the dominance of Western men in that community. But I think here the women are very well represented.
Also, I think Siem Reap's got a big advantage over Kampot, because Kampot's more of a retirement kind of place and hasn't got that diversity of people. So you get more people sitting around drinking, and it's just a generalization, but it seems that way when you actually live there.
What about quality of life? Like, are you missing anything from Australia?
Not really. I don't miss anything from Australia. Probably be a bit cooler now and then. The heat can get you down after a while, especially the sweating. But saying that, you can live a life where you can go away for the hottest time of the year. So for 3 months of that, you can go and travel, because you leave your house here, say it's $300 a month. You're not wasting a lot of money, so you can actually go and do more with your life. The difference between Australia and here is that in Australia, we just worked all week and then we go out once a night on a weekend. Here, you have a lot more to do and it's a lot more freedom here.
All right, it is early in the morning along the river here in Siem Reap. The river's really high today because of all the rain we've had. And I'm just doing a little walk in the morning. I'm gonna go grab some coffee. Siem Reap is one of the only Cambodian cities that actually has sidewalks. Sidewalks here, sidewalks on the other side. It's rare to see that in Cambodia. But it's great for joggers. There's actually a bicycle lane on the other side as well, so good for bicycling around. We had a great night out last night. We ended up going to a few bars. Siem Reap has a great bar scene. There's Pub Street, first of all, which is kind of the famous one here. There's also all these little alleyways that have little hidden away bars that are really cute and quaint. We actually ended up doing some karaoke. We got a KTV room, and that was kind of cool. It's like a private room, big screen, couches, 2 microphones, there's lights, like disco lights, private bathroom attached to it, and it costs $3 per hour here to have that all to yourself. So we sang a bunch of songs. It was a lot of fun. Right here next to me is the Royal Gardens. You can see this beautiful park with some beautiful statues. And right here, this is like the royal residence of Siem Reap. I think maybe if the king comes here, he stays here, but probably not anymore actually. We got some early morning temple action going on here. There's actually a tree over here. If you listen, you can hear chirping. A little bit difficult to see it, but yeah, there's a ton of bats up here, and I think they're just kind of settling in for the day, because they'll sleep in this tree all day, and they're probably out hunting at night, right? They're giant things, so they call them flying foxes. I don't know if that's a positive for everybody, but I think it's kind of cool. We got a giant Hanuman head over here. I love the culture here. The culture here is really great. It's just unique for me, and just a lot of cool, beautiful things like this tree right here. I think this is a banyan tree. We decorated it all up. Across the street, all these exercise machines that are free to the public. People come out here, do a little workout in the morning. Pretty cool. There's a coffee spot over here. This looks good. It's good. Really strong and good. So I love living in Phnom Penh. I think it's a great city. There's always something going on there. But Siem Reap is definitely, it's quieter, more laid back. Good community of expats here. It's cheaper here. It's quite a bit cheaper than Phnom Penh. Surprising amount. Kind of gives me like small town vibes. Like it feels like a small, really small city, which I like. I think it's a great retirement option, especially for somebody who wants a laid-back lifestyle, somebody who enjoys walking around, like beautiful temples and stuff like that, like really wants to slow their pace of life down, enjoy life more, and also maybe people who want to retire early, or people who want their dollar to go further in the country, because you can go pretty high class here for pretty low. So a big thanks to International Living, who continues to be an amazing source for living overseas. They've been doing it since like 1979, and I'm glad to be a part of it now. So big thanks to them, and thanks to you guys for watching. Hope to see you in Cambodia. Take care.